Welcome to Train with Jake. Today, I'll be covering how easy it is to convert Kato track, and I'll show you how to do Bachmann too. And I will say converting DCC Kato is far easier than Bachmann, and I will explain why. And that's just what, in my opinion, what makes Kato better than Bachmann. But how to do it is really simple. So if you are not quite sure if you want to go back and forth, so something I do like Kato has wires that are extensions, and that's what you'll do. You'll take your extension and you want to cut you want to cut this end. This is the end you want to cut, because if you cut the other end, you won't be able to do it right. And this is you actually using all the Kato wiring that you have. So as long as you have everything wired just like how you usually do with Kato, have blue on the outside, white on the inside, or white outside, blue inside. That's just how Kato is. And with Kato having it all color coordinated, it makes it so much easier, because you can just use the you'll just use these, the three-way pickups, and you can add on to them more and more and more as you go down the line. Now, the reason why you want to cut this end and not this end is because basically this is your end wire. This is the wire where you connect to the track itself. So, and how Kato does, it just clips on. So one of the things is if you cut this end, because this is the end that goes to the power. If you make the mistake I did with, I know there's a lot of wires in my hand. See this wire right here? I can't really use it. I wasn't paying attention. But this is the end, so this is what you'd connect to the others, but the problem is the power only goes one way. You can't connect to the other Kato track. So if you cut this end and you tens it, you strip some of the metal wire back, the foam, and you basically put one wire into one and one wire to the other. It is that simple. Now, I have some Bachmann track over here, and this is kind of what makes Bachmann a little more difficult than the DCC is, because when you have all the pickups, you need to make sure you have everything correct. Because if you don't get it right, you can cause a short and destroy your DCC system. But I think Bachmann has a different color, so if you give me a sec, right back. Okay, so right here is I have the Bachmann wire that goes to pickup, and you want to snip that end. Now the problem with that is you can't just really reattach it. You'd have to get a whole nother piece. And I don't really know how Bachmann really does a whole lot of multiple pickups, so don't hold me to that. But it's very imperative that you do that. And one of the benefits of using the Kato is the fact that if you're not really stuck with the wire, because with how it's all set up, you just take one of the pickups and all that. Now, one of the things I will show you next is you can still, if you have all your electrical switches, I'll show you real quick how to convert those. Welcome back. So I'm going to show you how to convert these to DCC. So one of the things I would say, you don't have to do your switches, but what that does is it just allows the power to go through. And so this is set to DC. So what I'm going to do is zoom in. So if you notice, these are 2 tabs. So these are jumper holes. So there's 6 prongs altogether. So that when they're brought to you, it is in DC. So you would just basically switch each end to the other side. That will allow power to go through the whole layout, up the track itself. I didn't do this one, and I did it intentionally because the locomotives that would immediately power on. I could set them to do that, but I feel lazy to do it. But it's not necessary, so I'm going to show you what it would look like if you did it all the way through. As you see, there's a gap between these 2 right there. And that's what it's set for DCC. That would immediately put power up to the whole track and stuff. Now, one of the benefits is my next thing is I'm going to show you how to actually still use those electrical switches without actually having to do a whole lot of work. And I don't have to do a whole lot. It's really super simple. And all you really need is, besides just the wires itself, and maybe some extension wires. Because you could hook all the wires up to switch at one time, if you truly wanted to. So, I will move over and show you what you need to do. Welcome back. So, what I have in front of me is your old power box, if you still have the Kato. And you just switch. All you really have to do is disconnect the power to the track. You can still use this, so you have it plugged in. So, as you see right there, the switch right here. Moving that switch. You just use the old power box. You don't have to do anything special. You could have the DCC track go. Use the old infrastructure for your switches, so you don't have to do anything special. If you enjoyed that video, if you have any questions, let me know. Enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to stay connected, hit the bell icon and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day.